internal aids or intrinsic aids. Before finding the meaning of internal aids, first we will find the meaning of aids. Meaning of aid. An aid is a tool or device which helps in interpreting a statute. Aid are tools and devices which help in interpreting statutes or interpreting any act. So this was the meaning of aid. Now we will see types of aids. First one is internal aids, another one is external aids. Internal aids are those aids which are present within the statute itself. They are present within the act, like the title of the act, preamble, headings, illustrations, explanations. All these are internal aids. They are present within the statute itself and they help in interpreting the statute. Another one is external aids. They are present outside the statute, like textbooks, dictionaries, judicial decisions. All these aids are present outside the statute and they help in interpreting the statute. So this was types of aids. Now first we will see internal aids. The meaning of internal aids: the aids present within the statute itself. As we have already seen, the internal aids are present within the statute itself, like the title of the act, preamble, headings, illustrations, explanations. All these are internal aids. Although they are present within the statute, but they may or may not be part of the statute. Although these aids are present in the statute, but they may or may not be part of the statute. For example, these are all internal aids. They are present within the statute. This is the boundary of the statute. Here, majority of the internal aids are part of the statute, like title, preamble, headings, but some internal aids are not part of the statute, like marginal notes. Marginal notes are internal aids. They are present within the statute, but they are not part of the statute. So this was meaning of internal aids. Now we will see the usage of aids. These are used when meaning of words is not clear and language of statute is ambiguous. That is, when meaning is not clear and the language of statute is ambiguous, that is, it is having more than one meaning, then internal aids are used. These are not used when meaning of words is clear and language of statute is unambiguous. That is, it is having only one meaning. In that condition, aids are not used. When internal aids are not sufficient for interpretation, then the help of external aids is taken. So what we have seen here: first, when the meaning of words is clear, in that condition we don't need any type of aid. But when the meaning of words is not clear, then first we will use internal aids. But when internal aids are not sufficient for interpretation, then we will use external aids. So first, when the meaning is clear, there is no need of any type of aid. But when the meaning is not clear, then we will use internal aid. But when internal aid is not sufficient, then we will use external aids. So this was the usage of aids. All these were internal aids, like title, preamble, headings, definitions, sections, provisions, marginal notes, illustration, explanation, proviso, exception, saving clause, schedule, punctuation marks. All these are internal aids. They are present within the statute itself and they help in interpreting the statute, in finding the meaning of the statute. Now we will see explanation of each of the internal aid, like title, preamble, explanation, headings, all these. The explanations of all these internal aids are available in the full course. You will find the explanation, detailed explanation of each of the aids in full course, which is available at website www.lockup.com. It will cover all the internal aids, like title. This is title, short title, long title, its limitations. Then there you will find preamble, its usage, case law, its limitations. Then headings, definition or interpretation clause, marginal notes, illustration, explanation, proviso, exception, difference between proviso and exception, saving clause, schedules, punctuation marks. You will find explanation of all these internal aids in the full course, which is available at website www.lockup.com.